We are Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. Nigeria. I'm listening.
I don't want to wait till I graduate from this school before I think of what to do with my life.
Exactly. I am going to seriously work on my music skills. Let me use my talent well, I beg.
I would like to be a radio presenter, but I don't know how to go about it.
But why is Timmy so quiet today?
Sorry, ladies. I'm taking this interesting course on
Nigeria Info FM. So, let's get on with our conversation, shall we? Fairness of criminal defense. Let me picture something. Freeze! Hands up, don't move. Don't move. Stay where you are. If you move, I shoot. And the person surrenders. And then they come and they say, you're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent because everything you say or do will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you. You have the right to an attorney. Yes, you actually do have. In criminal law, the right to counsel means a defendant has a legal right to have the assistance of counsel, lawyers, and if the defendant cannot afford a lawyer, requires that the government appoint one or pay the defendant's legal expenses. The law and the workings of the law may seem funny to some, including me. Someone who is a known criminal still has the right to a defense lawyer. He still has a right to someone coming to say, we saw this person did it. We know this person did it. It was visible to the blind and audible to the deaf that this person is the culprit, is the offender, is the criminal. But somebody will still wear their, is it barrister coat now, and their wig, and still come and say, my lord, may I? My lord. My lord, may I? My lord, may I? My lord, my client, my lord, my lord, my lord. My client did not do this. And people are wondering, like, what is going on? We saw this man. This man is a criminal. Now, while I was away, I had to see the movie The Devil's Advocate. It's a 1999 movie, if I'm not mistaken. It was shot in the 90s, a pretty old movie. The star actor, there is, oh dear, why am I forgetting their names? But the storyline goes, a good lawyer who has never failed a case. The opening scene was the trial of a particular teacher who had defiled a minor. And this minor was giving her testimony. Now this lawyer who has never failed any case was defending the teacher who actually committed the crime. How did he know? While the minor was explaining or describing how this teacher had defiled her, he could see the teacher seated beside him. Actually, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for the right word. Yes, Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves, oh god, yes, those are their names, Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Al Pacino was the devil, Keanu Reeves was the lawyer. Now you could see that this teacher committed the crime, even if he wasn't there to witness the teacher defiling this child. from the man's action while she was describing how he had defiled her. He was literally using his hands to, he was lost in the moment. He was literally reliving the encounter of the defilement. And he turned and he saw him. And in that moment, he knew this, my client, is actually guilty. He actually did defile this child. And they had to go on recess. He had to go and use the bathroom. And it was between him going back to the courtroom to defend this said man or dropping the case entirely. Now, dropping the case meant that he was going to be debarred or he was going to face some sort of penalty. It's a pretty long movie. I'm not here to talk about the movie, but I'm just giving instances. Then he was given an opportunity to travel out of the state, to go to another state and be an attorney for a law firm. And a particular popular figure had murdered his wife and the stepson. Now, for that one, he didn't know if the person committed the crime. But in the long run, while trying to get an alibi for this man, which was supposed to be his mistress, he got to discover that this man was actually guilty. And guess what? He still went ahead to defend these people. Both of them, the charge, acquitted. For a moment, put yourself in any defendant's shoes. Let's assume you have gotten yourself in a legal scuffle. You've been charged with a crime. And you have hired a lawyer to defend you. You know you committed the crime. Sometimes, even your lawyer knew you committed the crime. People know you committed the crime. In your heart of hearts, you know you did something wrong. Is it fair that guilty people can go scot-free if they can find a good lawyer to defend them? Let's go. 070-0923-0923 070-0923-0923. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030-6416 030-6416 is the number to call. Do well to send your WhatsApp messages. WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. We're live on Twitter. The handle is @NigeriaInfoPH. @NigeriaInfoPH is our Twitter handle. Our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there, which is live, and be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comment section. Do not call the WhatsApp number, as I see some of you are doing at the moment. Only send your WhatsApp messages to WhatsApp number. WhatsApp number once again is 009-030-6416. The question once again is it fair? Is it alright? Is it appropriate? Should it be considered a good thing that guilty people who have committed a crime indeed go scot-free if they can find a good lawyer to defend them? I realize the justice. Yes. Under this conversation, that big question. If I commit a crime, for some reason, I can get someone who is guilty to prove that I am innocent. I will be charged and acquitted. I would not be found guilty. Once again, the numbers to call 070-093-0923. Tip and telephone number 089-030-641. On Twitter, at Anthony Tad say, "Good day, Denise. It's not fair. It's just the law required for anyone to be punished. Such person must be investigated and tried in court of law. But lawyers are to be blamed for defending criminals and ensure they are free from criminal punishment." Mr. Zion in GRA, good afternoon to you, and well, the sun is shining.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
The presumption of innocence in a legal parasol is a critical condition that we look and consider. Presumption of innocence is not for the benefit of the law, but for the benefit of justice. The chicken is missing. I saw it in my hand. There was no new story. Until the law has to prove that indeed I stole your chicken.
Okay.
And it must be proven in all ramifications that indeed was stole by me. I have seen the chicken in my street, and I'm taking it to the police or report. Saw me with the chicken. I hate it.
Wonderful. What a good citizen. You report stolen chickens, right? You reporting chickens. Interesting.
No, see, that is why the law is something that we don't gamble into it, and people say, "Oh, condemn them." Oh, It must be proven. And the intent, two ingredients must look into where who commit this crime. So on that premise of you are innocent until proven guilty is a branch or a reason in law of being guilty. Everybody is innocent, even if you see with material that is illegal.
Mr. Zion, come home. I think you are still in. Come. Are you home? Let me be sure you. Mr. Zion, I shot your mother. You saw me with a gun. I shot your mother in your presence. You know that Denise killed your mother, and you're prosecuting Denise for killing your mother. But Denise, for some reason, most people in high places, so Denise is very influential. Denise has a lot of money. And Denise was able to get best defense lawyer in Nigeria. And at the end of the day, Denise is discharged and acquitted. Would you be sounding the same way, the way you're sounding now, if it was the case? Would you still be saying, hold on. Will you still be saying Denise is innocent until proven guilty by court? Will you still saying that? On a serious note, that is.
Dennis, it must be proven.
Okay.
Evidence.
It must be proven with evidence. Thank you very much. That the chicken theory. Collins from Wimby, dear. Sorry we lost your call, Collins. Please do well. Back. Good afternoon, Dee. My name is Thank God. You asked a question yesterday. Why do people still commit crimes when they know the consequences of such? This topic is one of the reasons people still commit crimes. But it's so appalling that some lawyers would hide the truth because of the money they would be paid for defending such. Somebody is beginning to ask, how do they live with themselves after such? After setting a criminal free by reason of their expertise. Collins is back. Welcome back, Collins. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Go ahead, Collins.
Yeah, that is the reason why most lawyers won't make heaven. Because they will
how do you know like that for a fact? They may give their life's Christ last minute before trumpet sound.
It depends.
Okay.
They will say that it's red. They will say it's white. And they know that it's wrong. Thereby setting so many people that are supposed to be behind the bar free. And the crime continues. Look at the issue that happened at Tokyo 2017. That they sentenced the man by hanging.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
And the defendant's lawyer now says he's going to
appeal. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe after appealing the matter, they will set the man free. And the people will still continue. You will go to another state and open a church again. I don't know why Mr. Zion likes twisting talk. If you don't have anything to say.
Collins, it's okay. Let's leave it at that. Thank you. Kennedy from Igrita, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I like the question they asked the man. If I become president of this country, or have say in the whole world, any lawyer that eventually make any mistake will suffer it. All this they are defending. Believe me, at times they are spoiling things and making things more difficult. They will know quite all right this person committed the offense with enough evidence, and then keep on defending. Defending what? Making immorality to rise. Believe me, I don't agree with them. Please, I don't have much to say, but I like the question he asked the man. If he really shoots the mother with evidence, he confirmed. Let God take control. The worst part.
You have called God into this matter. If you're just joining us, it is the sunny side of your number one station for Talk 92.3 Nigeria Info FM. We're talking fairness of criminal defense. Everyone. Me, you, the vulcanizer, the plumber, the teacher, the tailor, the president, the governor, the local government chairman, Judah Mamegbe Kalorak has the right to cancel. Okay? So they saw you. You kill the person. We don't catch him, not him. You thief. We don't catch him. He stole. You burned down the building. People saw you. People even have what we call incriminating evidence against you. Witnesses are called upon to testify. And it is proven beyond reasonable doubt that this person indeed committed the crime. But there is someone on the defendant's side. So there's the prosecution and there's the defense. The defense lawyer is telling you, my lord, yes, indeed, this man was at Choba Junction. Yes, indeed, he fired the gun. But the intent was not to kill. The intent was to threaten. How do I know, my lord? On May subsection 29, subsection 211, subsection 92.3 Info FM, the law says, oh my God, Denise, you cannot do well in law. Prince from Mile 3, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
You see, that was why they went to school to study law.
Okay.
You know, so, yes. So at the end of the day, they want to practice law. Yes, and that is exactly what they are doing. You know, but generally speaking, you know, the provisions of the law allows for defense, because in trying to, at the end of the day, pronounce one is guilty, and of course, all the punitive measures put in place, they also would like to consider the state of the person's mind. Was he provoked? Was it in self-defense? XYZ, what must have led to that? But that's not to say that we don't have die-hard criminals who, even before they commit the crime, they have thought it out very well. I know of a friend who was telling somebody, if you offend me, I am going to hit you with my car, break your legs, and I'll go to the VIO to get papers with respect to the condition of my vehicle. He was explaining what the law is, the provision of the law, to get out of whatever extreme circumstance his actions will lead him to. So, yes, we have those who, at the initial, they will think the crime, plan the crime out. It's not as if they were provoked.
It's premeditated.
No, but generally speaking, the law allows, because you can never tell, like Mr. Zion said, you can never tell what must have led to that. Defense is another thing. I am moving, I'm trying to avoid a car, perhaps that missed his brake on the left side. In the process, I have to swing to the right, and I some people, and they say, look at how wide the road is. Why didn't you go that way? Or maybe I'm trying to avoid hitting a dog or a goat on the street. You can never tell what was the state of the mind of the person as at the time he fired that shot, or he did this or did that. Okay. So that's where the provisions of the law takes care of. And again, I would not want to say that we don't have lawyers who turn white to black, black to white, because they are paid to do this. But I tell you, in all of the cases, even in the court, when you see lawyers trying to defend their clients, they are trying to look for a softer spot. For instance, if it is death by a penalty for the offense committed, maybe they could plead for some years imprisonment. That was why they went to school. And of course, they are earning their living. You know. But the morality is what counts. Every lawyer, every law enforcement agent must check his or her heart. Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. That should be the guide.
Thank you so much, Prince. Agbara Swagana, good afternoon to you. Oh dear. Justice from you for your affair. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I think it's very necessary for somebody to have a lawyer for him, because a lot of persons have been wrongly prosecuted. We've had cases when somebody has been sentenced for 20 years. He has even served and you hear that that was a wrong thing. It wasn't done properly, and so on.
This is not a
The
case
judge
of
was
someone
not there
who
present.
was. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
I'm trying to lay emphasis
Yes, the
on
judge
the
was
fact
not
that.
present,
Okay.
but you're coming up with an evidence that this person did this and that. So you need to prove it to the end, because some penalties for crime would be death, and if somebody is killed wrongly, you can't bring the person back to life. Also, losing a case, any lawyer that loses a case, it counts in his profile. So he tries to do everything possible to make sure he doesn't lose a case, and he builds his profile and continues. So it's very necessary.
Okay.
Only that.
Thank you so much. Agbara Rusiogene, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side. Turn off your radio set, please. Good afternoon. Go ahead, we're listening.
Lawyers these days, we know how they do their practice. But sometimes they don't go straight. We know that whatever you cannot substantiate, you don't say it out. Whatever claim that you don't have proof of, you don't say it out. Sometimes if you are arrested for any reason, you are a suspect. You are not until the court of
competent jurisdiction, yeah.
That you are not innocent of this thing. So what we are doing in this country is against what the law says.
Okay. I don't know if you quite follow the conversation there, but thank you so much for calling. Good afternoon, Denise. Your topic reminds me of the new mantra or slogan in Nigeria after the year's elections. If you don't like it, go to court. It is really absurd when one knows he or she is wrong. The lawyer too knows, yet they will use law to cover it up, and their conscience will permit it. This is the reason people get emboldened to continue doing wrong. Thanks, Bernard. Send that in. Another message says, good afternoon, Didi. My name is Stephen from Oginiba. Robert H. Jackson once said, in the law courts, the judge is actually the one on trial. The prosecutors and defendants know the culprit. The Lady of Justice has her eyes tied, and the maxim of innocence is based on valid facts and the convergence of evidences. If you saw me shoot a human being and all you can bring to the court is emotional outcry or I saw him kill the man, that is not evidence though, if I have strong alibi and strong points to prove that I didn't do it. Therefore, innocence is based on the evidences and ground and your ability to juggle the minds of the jury. Good afternoon. When the Bible said money is the root of evil, the Bible is not lying. Money enters all things. After God, with money you can change your decisions. Skillful Peril is my name from a chick. Didi, my lord. Counsel, approach the bench. My take on this topic is law is not about morality. It is about evidence that can prove beyond all reasonable doubt. My only concern is whether lawyers will make heaven simply goodness from Uniport. Law. What is the law? What indeed is the law? The law, I was taught when I was much younger, is simply a body of rules, a system of rules within a particular society, okay? The regulation of society, based on these rules, actions would have consequences. Simply put, if you steal, this is your punishment. Without the law, the entire country, the entire world will be in chaos. So the law that applies in Nigeria may not necessarily apply in the US. And that is why you have it as a crime in Nigeria to be a homosexual. But in the US, it is not a crime. So if you want to do whatever you want to do, go to that side, no problem. But if you want to remain in Nigeria, you must live by the law. By the laws of the land. So if the laws of the land are saying that murder is a crime, and for the crime of murder, the penalty is death, or the penalty is life imprisonment, or whatever the penalty is, someone has to prove that you indeed committed murder. Now, while someone is saddled with that responsibility of proving that you indeed committed murder, someone else takes it upon himself or herself to prove you innocent. It leaves me wondering, wherein is the law? What law allows for people who are guilty, who can afford to prove their innocence, to become free men? And people, on the other hand, who are innocent, who for some reason are unable to get substantial evidence to prove their innocence, will languish behind bars. Does it make any sense? I'm thinking out loud. But then again, I want to hear from you. Young from Melelewan, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Okay, Dennis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If it's to give you a direct answer, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But if we say that, if we all agree on this country that somebody, anybody, everybody must be defended, whether you did it or you didn't do it, then I don't even think that if it's there in the law, ready in their law, that is how it works. I don't think that there's any basis for this discussion, because we are not even going to get any positive. Well, sorry, I'm not trying to say we shouldn't speak out loud. What I said, I started from saying it doesn't make any sense. Because when you catch somebody, it's not even just one person, maybe a crowd of people, you caught somebody killing somebody else in the eyes of the whole community, and you still go to court and the person will still go free, then it doesn't make any sense. But if we say that, if we agree that somebody must be defended, then these are the discussion this afternoon. It doesn't have any basis.
All right.
That's just the truth.
All right, thank you, Young. We need to go on a commercial break. Continue sending your WhatsApp messages. I will definitely read them. And I will come back to take your calls as always. It's still the sunny side on your number one station for Talk 90.3 Nigerian Info. Just stay tuned to us. On this hour. So this is what is going to happen, yeah? We'll go on the news break for trending stories, and we'll come back and we will round off this conversation. So the phone lines are still buzzing, so for those of you who are eager to share your thoughts on this conversation, just be patient. We will come back to you. In the meantime, permit me to read one of the messages from those of us watching live on Facebook. Until the decision of the court, the person remains innocent and a suspect. The problem with us as members of the public is that we are in a haste and even emotional to pass on judgment before a court verdict. Emily Chinedu Frank says, Denise, if the government has done it this way, that if a suspect is found guilty, both the lawyer and I'm not sure I want to read this. Okay, I'm going to read it. Denise, if the government has done it this way, that if a suspect is found guilty, both the lawyer and the suspect should be sentenced. Lawyers will do the right thing and not stand for injustice. Interesting one. A good lawyer uses facts to put on the best defense possible and lifts the question of guilt to the judge. Good afternoon, my favorite presenter. Nice to have you back. Thank you very much. The justice system was to take away jungle justice and let justice serve. But leaving it in the hand of corrupt individuals and system turn it worse at time. Thank you. This message is from Michael. That's the provision of the law that was deliberately handed down to us, thus making people to act anyhow. Basic Zion was actually on point. Dele in Rume Kini. Send that in. Let the advocates advocate. The lawyer is obligated to represent his client to the best of his ability within the law. There must be due administration of justice, and any omission or commission may make or mar the process. Flat Earth. I hope I got that correctly. Flat Earth from Port Harcourt. Keep sending your WhatsApp messages. WhatsApp number once again is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Trending story comes up at 1, and thereafter the conversation continues. You can go to our social media handles. Twitter is at Nigeria Info PH. Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Watch us live and ensure to drop your comments in the comment section, as I would read them in course of this conversation. And of course, every other conversation we have here on Nigeria Info FM. Just stay tuned to us. We'll be right back.